The Belize National Teachers Union feels that the Ministry of Education has disrespected its membership. In a heavily worded press release issued today, the B.N.T.U says that the disrespect will not be tolerated. And it is all because the Ministry of Education was to meet with the union over the past 2 weeks to discuss the re-categorization of teachers' hardship allowance and time off to collect salary. But President Elena Smith says despite their attempts to reach out, the ministry has not responded.
As you might be aware, there are so many schools in the country, rural schools, that we have to address. And we have to justify why we believe that those schools should remain where they are. And so that cannot be done via email or written communication. So we felt that we had to discuss the matter with them face to face so that we'd have enough time to share with them our concerns and our reasons for our position. However, to date, we've not gotten any response to say we are willing to meet with you and we'll meet on this date. So we are still waiting. We have to agree on whether the categories need to change. We have to agree on what are the criteria used to determine which schools belong in which category. And then we have to look at the reality of the time that they want to give to teachers for the half day for pay, or whether it's a half day or a whole day. So those are the issues that we would have to discuss with the ministry. And so there's no one specific response to say, this is our position, why we want it to remain. There are different positions based on the areas where these schools are located.
In the Toledo district, for example, the Ministry of Education has added 7 new schools to the hardship list, including Graham Creek Government School. 1 school was upgraded and 14 downgraded, meaning that those teachers will no longer receive their $200 allowance, but will now get $100. Meanwhile, 1 school has been removed from the list and will no longer receive the hardship allowance. Many teachers who live in Punta Gorda get up early in the mornings to take the bus to schools in remote villages. Teachers say the small hardship allowance, while appreciated, doesn't do much for the long journey and bad road conditions they must endure.
The journey is a rough journey, miss. We leave here at 6 o'clock and we come back at 6 o'clock. Sometimes we even come back after 6 because the road is in a very terrible condition, miss. Category 1 used to get $200 and Category 3 is getting $100. I believe that, man, leaving here so early, and then sometimes we have problem on the bus because there are some teachers who feel like the bus is for them. So we believe that it's unfair for the government to only give us $100 and to categorize these schools the way they want.
I'm coming from San Pedro, Colombia, and I travel for 2 hours from point A to point B to my school work.
Now, to get to your school, talk to me about driving your motorcycle along this way. What are some of the difficulties you face or you experience along the journey?
Well, the hardship we face as teachers is the road conditions. It's very muddy, slippery, and accident can happen. At one point when I came here, I nearly dropped, and I could have injured myself, and then I would be unable to teach the children there. So that's the only hardship I face out here. Sometimes too, the rain condition, maybe it's flooded. We have to push our motorcycle in the rain to get to our job site.
And there's no bus that takes you guys to the back here?
No, there's absolutely no bus. So.
And now the B.N.T.U says that the lack of communication and disrespect being meted out by the ministry will simply not be tolerated. And while they have exhausted press conferences and press releases, is the next step a strike? President Elena Smith says the membership will decide what they'll do.
But when it comes to them showing us respect, it has been happening too often now, and there has to be a point in time when we say enough is enough.
Are we looking to see, I don't want to call it a rise up, but industrial action again?
Well, October seemed to be a month that they love, you know. And we love it too. So whatever happens during this month happens. We wrote, we are now We now issued another press release on the same matter. We sent queries to see who would respond to us. I am sure that our members would agree when we say that press release and emails are not working. So it's time to move beyond that.
Possibly another strike.
I am not going to say another strike. I am just going to say it's time to move beyond press releases and emails.
Reporting for News 5, I'm Andra Polanco.